Hello. I wanted to make a video to talk about your final limited prep speech event. So we went over this. Kylan went over this at squad night, but if you weren't at a squad night, it was a few weeks ago, then this video is for you. So for Rocky Mountain and Canyon County Classic, our novice that compete are going to do a limited prep speech event. So that can be radio, impromptu, or retold. And I have made videos of radio and impromptu that I reposted on this week's module. So this one is about retold. So retold is kind of like an acting event, but it's not memorized and you don't prepare a script. It's different every single round. So let me read to you the event description from our IHSAA rules. It says, contestants will select a story from a group of 3 elementary level books, like kids' books, provided by the tournament, and in 30 minutes, be prepared to retell the story as if they are presenting in front of an elementary age audience. The story shall follow the basic storyline of the book being retold. The story shall be retold without notes, but must not be memorized. The same book may be presented only once by a competitor. So you get 3 kids' books, you choose one of them, and then you have 30 minutes to prepare. In that time, you need to learn the general storyline of the book. You need to know what happens at the beginning, middle, and end, and some basic details from throughout the book. And then you need to practice retelling the speech. So you're telling it in front of a group of elementary kids. And so you want to make sure that you're only using elementary appropriate examples or references or those things. And when you're telling stories to kids, usually you have like tons of energy. So they get bored if you're just like reading it like normal. And so you want to have energy and excitement. And Retold is really big on facials, on tone of voice, and on your movement. Facials, tone of voice, and movement. So every round you get a different book. You have 30 minutes to prepare it, and then you go retell it. So some people there's pretty much 2 ways of doing retold. The first way is kind of acting out the story. You become the characters. The second way is you are literally retelling it like a narrator would retell a story. So you become a narrator, and then you really, really focus on your voice and your facials to bring the story to life. Some judges prefer one style and others prefer another, but neither one is wrong, and neither one is the only way to do it. So your speech is 4 to 6 minutes, and you are given time signals. Because this isn't a fully memorized speech, you don't really know how long you're going to speak for. And so your judge will give you time signals like 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, 1 minute left, 30 seconds left, so that you make sure you don't go over time. You do have to be within time though, so time signals can make sure that you hit that minimum 4-minute time limit. Retold's pretty fun because you have a lot of flexibility and you get to bring to life a bunch of kids' stories. Because your book is different every round, you might have different characters if you want to act them out, or you might have different narrators, and you get to add some creativity. So you need to follow the basic storyline, but it's not memorized, which means that you're not going to remember everything from the book. So as long as you have those good basic pieces, beginning, middle, end, a couple key details, then the rest you kind of make up, okay? So it can be really similar to the book, or you can add some fun references in. This is Sophie sleeping on my lap. So one time I did Pinocchio, and as I was a narrator telling the story, Pinocchio was Italian, and so instead of saying Pinocchio, I said Pinocchio. So I have the same word, I'm just saying it differently, and I brought it to life. I was describing what Pinocchio looked like, and I said he had apple-bottom jeans and boots with the fur. If you don't know, that's a song reference. It was very popular when I did this retold. And so adding fun details like that are fun, appropriate, references and jokes and things to bring your piece to life. So with our COVID online tournaments, you're not going to physically get a book, but they will send you 3 PDFs of books, and you'll use those PDFs to prepare your retold. During prep time, you usually are in what's called a draw room. You can't get help from other people, but your prep time is all for you. So when I get in my prep time, I normally will go get my book, choose within a minute, choose which book I want to do, and I go back to my table. I read the book and I chart its storyline, like you chart a story in English. Rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. I'll chart that, make sure that I know those key details. Maybe 5 minutes later, I'll go stand, face a wall so that nobody is watching me, and I am just going to practice. Try to do it full out. I'm going to time myself, maybe put my phone on my timer and put it in my pocket, and I'm just going to go for it. Okay? And the more you practice, the better your retold's going to get. And again, it's not memorized. You don't memorize the text. So that is Retold. If you have any questions, let me know. And hopefully some of you will choose to sign up for Retold for our upcoming tournaments.